ولا تعجل بالقرآن من قبل أن يقضى إليك وحيه وقل رب زدني علما.
Stay engaged, attend classes, tutorial, understand academic regulation, do not take too many courses. Consider dropping a course that you think you might fail. So if you think that you might fail a course, don't say no. It's obvious that you're going to fail the course. So it's obvious that you should drop it. Take university seriously. Do not work too many hours in a part-time jobs, so you will be tired all the time and you wouldn't actually catch up with the class. Don't fall behind, program as much as possible. This is training actually. The more you program, the more like you better be in programming. See if you understand why it does what it does, play with it. When programming, do not be afraid to make mistakes. Well, we all, still now, I still make a lot of mistakes. So read a textbook. I usually, if I want to be good in any subject, I start with a beginner book and then intermediate and then advanced. That's how I read. So I'm done with the beginner, I put it away, I buy another book, intermediate, I'm done, advanced, and now I can say that I'm somehow knowledgeable in this material. So in this course, it's about computational thinking. It's not about Python. I'm gonna connect the neurons in your brain in a way that you're gonna think in a computational way. If I want to do this and this and this, I should start from this point and then move to this point and then go to that point and so on. That's what do I mean by computational thinking. Python is just a programming language. Actually, before that, we used to give it in Java. And when the first time actually I took this course, I took it in C. And then in advanced courses, I took it in C++. And later I saw Java. And just like a few years ago, I started using Python. But I can teach you this course in any language, okay? Any of these programming language. And actually, it's not going to make difference except that it's going to make your life a little bit not easy, because these programs languages, C++ or Java as a typed languages, and it needs a special attention. So this Python, it's used in many universities for introductory courses, and it's used by NASA and actually Facebook and Google. All of these big companies, they use Python nowadays. This is the guy behind Python. As you can see, he doesn't look like me, so it's not me. Okay, so this is Python, but it has nothing to do with the name. The name is after a British comedy show, Monty Python Flying Christ. It was in the 70s, and it was well known and famous. Python is a free and open source and blah, blah, blah. It has a committee. We have two types of Python, Python 2 and Python 1. Python 2, as you can see, Python 2 is no longer supported, and that's why we'll not use Python 2, whatever the case. And as of January, the 1st of January, this Python 2 is not going to be supported, while Python 3 is now supported, and a lot of people working using Python 3. So now this is Alan. He's my friend. I don't know him actually. Every scientist and engineer must know something about programming. It's a part of basic education. So programming now is like calculus, algebra, introductory physics, and chemistry, or even English. So don't say, for example, I'm going to go for hardware. I'm not going to do software. I don't want to know. It's not the case. You should be able actually to read code and to code at least to a certain level. This is basic learning nowadays. So computer science is not computer programming. We teach programming to teach you computational thinking. That's what we have said. We're going to solve problems with computer thinking on a multiple level of abstraction. Okay, when you look at this mouse, for example, you can see this one here and this click here, and this is the first level of abstraction. The second level, when you go inside and you start dig inside it and so on. Decompose a problem into smaller problem. That's divide and conquer, and this is well-known actually algorithm. If you go to, I taught a course called Design and Analysis of Algorithm, and we have taught all these algorithms inside the course, a way of human thinking, not thinking like a computer, and we're going to do some algorithms, and these algorithms are what are recipes. If in order to do this, to accomplish this goal, you should start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 5, and 7. Okay, I know it's boring now, but it's just a little bit, and then we're going to go into something like fun. What is a program? So I still remember actually one of the examiners in my PhD defense, he asked me, what is a program? What is the difference between a program and an algorithm? And he started asking me these basic questions, and I was like, what he's doing? By all means, a program is a sequence of instructions that solves some problem or achieves some effect. So if you call your friend and you ask her for instruction about your favorite cafe or how to bake a cake, that's actually, and you write them in a certain language, that's actually a program. Instructions are operations that the computer can already performed, instruction adding, subtracting, saving, deleting, but we can define new instruction and raise the level of abstractions. So we will define our instructions actually, and we'll see. A program implements an algorithm. So a recipe for solving a problem. If you don't understand what does it mean now, we're going to talk about this later. Don't worry. So now computers, guys, in general, they want to be helpful. That's the main idea. Computers, they want to be helpful. So computers are built for one purpose, to do things for us. But we need to speak their language. So suppose now, for example, Saif is like a guy that loves to explore things, and he went somewhere, and in this somewhere he met some people that, oh my God, they look like aliens from another planet, and Saif want to communicate with them. Hello, and actually, how are you guys? I'm Saif, and no one actually is gonna watch. Saif, don't run. You should communicate, Saif. Wait, okay. So in order to communicate, we should be able to speak their language. So inside the computer, I have a set of, if this is my phone, I have a set of what? I have offset applications, and each one is asking me what next, press on me, what do you want, press next, and so on. So we have now a CPU, and this CPU, just imagine it's like me, a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, for example, and I always like ready to do whatever you want. What do you want? Move this from here to here. Okay, what's next? Do this from here to here. What's next? Move this from here to here. What's next? The CPU is always like this, hungry for what's next. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? And we use these computers as a users or as a programmers. I still remember the first time I used, that was I don't want to tell you at which year actually, because that was a long time ago. Most probably most of you weren't born at that time. So the first time I pressed, for example, back in a browser, and it went back to the previous page, I was like, wow, what's going on? How come this browser remember where I was? Oh my God. And look at this history, oh, history, delete that history, quickly delete history. And I started like looking at these things. I was a user. I didn't know actually what's going on at that time. When I press back, do I have like a doubly linked list? And this doubly linked list is gonna go forward and backward. What do I have? What is this? I didn't know actually about doubly linked lists or any stack or any, I didn't know about anything. I'm a user. But when it comes to us now, we will not be a users anymore. We'll be a programmers. We'll know that when a user enter a password, a username and password, and press enter, what's going to happen after that? And we're going to program this, and we're going to decide what's going to happen after that. Okay? So we're going to go a little bit through the hardware architecture. It's a little bit just to make like, I know you know this stuff, I know, but just to make like a full picture of everything. So we're going to start with what? Let me check. This guy here. Can you see this guy? Can you see this guy, guys? This is what? The CPU. This is the CPU. This is the brain. And usually the CPU is going to be somewhere here. So the CPU is going to be here. And the CPU is, between quotation, it's the brain, even though it's not the brain, but it's something like very fast, and it's always hungry to say, what's next? What do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? And yeah, so the brain is very fast, so it needs something very fast in order to feed it. And actually what it needs is random access memory, RAM. So the RAM will be connected to the microprocessor through these wires here. So the RAM is going to be like here. This is the RAM here, let's say. Where is it? The RAM is here. And the microprocessor is here, so the RAM is here, and the microprocessor is somewhere here. And these wires, a lot of engineering has been done in order to connect these wires in a way that the data will be transformed from this RAM into what? Into the CPU. Of course, the RAM is very fast, but the RAM is what? Is not permanent. When you put something in the RAM and you turn off your computer, what's going to happen to the data? It's going to vanish. So what do? We have these old hard disks. I guess this is very old. These hard disks, old hard disks, and actually this motherboard is the mother of all the motherboards that you have. Okay, this is the grandmother. So don't feel sorry that it's now away somewhere. So it's yeah. So guys, in order to save the data, we save it where? Inside what? A hard disk. And when you turn off your computer, the data will be saved here. The most important thing is that, so this is the CPU, and this is the main memory. Okay, and there is like this communication channels between the CPU and the main memory. When it comes to us, we need some input-output devices. Can someone name for me some input-output devices? What do you think? The microphone is input or output? What do you think? Is it input or output? Microphone is an input. Okay, what about the keyboard? Okay, speaker, scanner, input. Okay, so these are output. Secondary memory, it means these hard disks that we have seen. Okay, when it comes to us, so as you can see, the CPU is hungry. What's next? What's next? What's next? And this is actually very fast. It can actually give instruction to the CPU what to do next, what to do next. And these are some input-output devices. This is a RAM, random access memory, secondary memory is slower, and so on. When it comes to you, okay, let's see, for example, Emily. When it comes to you as a programmer, most probably, Emily, you will live in the main memory. Okay, where are you going to live from now on, Emily? In the main memory. And you're going to, this is Emily, as you can see, this is Emily. She's living in the main memory, and she's going to be like writing this program, providing it in the main memory, and it's going to be sent in a very, very fast way to the central processor unit, and the central processor unit is going to start like execute our comments. Do this, do that, add this, calculate this, display a picture. Now, actually, the central processor, do you know what it's doing? It's like taking my picture from somewhere in the world, convert it into video signals, zeros and ones, and send it to you guys, to all of you. That's the CPU. That's what is going on now, and then send it to the wireless network. The wireless network will take it, and the protocol and all these things that you're going to learn hopefully later. So Python as a language, you need to learn the Python language so you can communicate. The instructions of Python in the beginning will make a lot of mistakes, and we're going to speak like garbage, like a small children, but will not actually back up. We're going to learn and learn and learn. Imagine this. I'm now like a baby. Let's imagine I'm now a baby. Yeah, I'm a baby actually. I'm still like 46, so I'm still a baby. Today guys, today, 46, today. Okay, so +5 for each and everyone who attended the course, because now we are celebrating our birthday. Okay guys, today 46, can you believe it? Just, I believe like, maybe it was last month, or maybe I don't remember actually, I was saying, wow, his age is 46. He's very, 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 very old. And now I'm 46. Can you believe it, guys? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So +5, if you say 2 times happy birthday, it's going to be 10 grades plus, not 1, not 5. Okay, guys? So if you say it 2 times, you're funny, guys. So, okay, 2 times. I will count them, guys. Okay, you will get... So imagine that a baby, imagine, concentrate now guys, concentrate, I'm blushing, concentrate. So 2 times, okay. 10 times is going to be like A+, you're done. So imagine now a baby, and the baby is starting like calling, let's say her dad, her mom, grandmom, someone, and start, mom. You will say, this is so cute, mom, very cute. You can understand it, even though in English language this is not correct. But as a human, we can understand it. When it comes to Python, Python is very rude. When it comes to fun, look at, he's still a baby, he's still learning the language, he's still like writing a simple comments. Please don't say error, don't say this. But Python is very rude when it comes to these things. A simple error, he will not say, look, he's still baby, he's cute. No, he will not say this. He will say, syntax error. You have made a mistake. Go and correct. Oh my God, wait. I'm saying happy birthday to my professor in a way. Don't say this. Go. Syntax error. You should write it in a formal way. And that's actually what's going to happen. Whenever you're going to talk in a language that this Python is going to learn. Okay, and no. So you must remember that you're intelligent and can learn. The computer is simple and very fast, but cannot learn. At least I cannot learn with the knowledge that we have. But if you spend $millions or $billions like Google, for example, then it will understand our queries and it will learn. But when it comes to us, no, we need specific things. So if you remember, when we talked about Python, we said that it's hungry to get instructions from us. And when I start Python, if I start, for example, now CMD, and I start Python, so as you can see, I have this prompt here, and it's blinking. It means give me an instruction, give me an instruction, give me an instruction. What's next? What do you want? So it's waiting, and it's dying for me to give him instruction, and I will just like forget about it. I will not even care. So what's next? This is what next. You got it, guys? So there are certain reserved words that They have a special meaning when we type them in Python. They have a special meaning. It's like this. Suppose you have a trained dog, suppose, and you said, oh, look, what's a lovely weather. The dog is like sitting beside you, and the dog will not even notice what's a lovely weather. What's a lovely weather? I'm feeling hungry. And all of a sudden you said attack. And now this word attack, even though it's between all the sentence, when it comes to the dog, it will know nothing about what you have said except the word attack. The rest, it's nothing. Attack, it means attack, okay? When you, okay, you're saying that to your son or to your father or brother, or let's sit there and sit. It has a special meaning to the dog, and the dog will sit. What's going on? I'm talking about something else. The same idea. Python here, you think that is it's just like is an article, whatever it's is. But is to Python means something else. Break means something else. Do I need to remember all these words? Don't remember anything. I'm telling you. You're going to learn this without even know that you know all these. Actually, I'm not even like, I cannot remember all these words, even though it's a few words, but I don't remember them. I write, and then I do my best not to write all of these unless actually it's a reserved word and I know how to use it. Okay, so you don't have to remember this, you will know them just like this. And we're gonna start with words, and these words are these words. And then after that, from these words, like when I ask you to write an essay, for example, you start with some English words and you put what sentences, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So as you can see, these are sentences or line, the first line, the second line, the third line, and so on. Can you show us an example, please? Can you show us an example? Let's show us an example and how to speak to this stupid Python before you continue. Okay. If you want this, I don't mind at all, guys. So let's start. So let's start with something. Will this lecture be posted on the Brightspace after class? For sure. Yes, you have seen it, Alex. I'm really sorry, but what can I do? So look, guys. Python. Today is my professor birthday thing. Syntax error. Oh my God, what is this Python stupid thing? Python, my name is Alex. What is your name? Syntax error. Okay, so it seems we don't know the language. Whatever we're gonna say is syntax error. Okay, my age today is equal to 46. Enter. Oops, there is no syntax error. What happened here? It seems that I start learning the language of Python. The first thing that I have learned is that I can declare something called a variable, and I can give this variable a value. And what I have declared now, a variable called age, and this inside this age, I have what? I have a value equal to 46. So what does this mean? It means the following. Look, guys, what does this mean? Do you remember this main memory? It means that please reserve for me a place in this main memory, a place in this memory. Name this place age, and put in this age 46. That's all what I have done. Reserve a place in the main memory. Remember, the main memory will communicate with the CPU. So reserve a place in the main memory. Call it what? Age, and then do what? What is this question mark? What does it mean, the question mark? What does it mean, the question mark, guys? You cannot see me, or you cannot hear me? Okay. Sanad, what does it mean, question mark? I can hear and see just fine. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So what does this mean, guys? It means that I have reserved a place and I give it a name, just a name. This name alone will make no difference. As if I have what? I have a box. Okay, I have a box. And I give it a name. That's all what I have done. But what inside the box is the most important thing. What's inside the box now is 46. That's what I have done. So age is equal to 46. And now, as you can see, what's next? What do you want me to do? Okay, I reserved a place in the memory for you, and it's called age. And I put in this place 46. What do you want me to do? I want to see actually what is my age after 10 years. Okay, age after 10 years, it means age equal to age plus 10. Sorry, plus 10. So add whatever inside age, 10, and save it again in age. That's what does it mean? And I press enter when I say, for example, let's say, learn something new, print age. What does this mean? It means go to a place inside the main memory. And this place, it has a special name. It's called age. Whatever inside the age, print it as it is on the screen. And what do you expect is going to be inside age now? What is inside age now? It's, as you can see, as all you can guess, inside age now, it has been updated. Wait, Muhammad, wait. So we are paying money, and we are like sitting now in front of computers, and we are like listening to you in order to tell us age is equal to age plus and print age. That's the programming. Wait, guys, wait. We're gonna start with these simple, stupid things, and you would say I wouldn't be able actually to understand why I'm using this. But I promise you, by the end of this course, you will learn about machine learning using Python, and that's actually my specialty. All my researches, all my PhD studies, I have done them using Python with machine learning. Okay, and hacking. We'll do also some exercises about hacking. Okay, I will show you some exercises about using Python, and it's not going to take a lot of yeah, overwrite it, guys. Okay, so this age here, do you have a question? Do you have a question, guys? It's because you're a lot, guys. 126 now is attending, so, and this chat is like blah blah blah. I cannot even follow you guys. Let me check if I can. Chat. Come here. Chat, please. Chat. Come here. That operation actually updated the previous variable age. We'll talk about this. Don't worry. We're just like playing. We'll talk about this. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about. If you don't understand anything from what I'm saying now when it comes to Python, don't worry. Don't worry at all. Just like relax. If you have a cup of tea or whatever, relax, guys. Don't worry at all. I'm gonna explain everything. Don't worry. Will you post the slides before lecture? Actually, I thought about it, Ashley, and I said, let's them concentrate with me here without like playing with the slides. But if this would help, I don't mind at all. But actually, I thought about it. Which one is better? So you want the slides before the lecture? Okay. You know something? You're good, guys. So why I don't post the slides now? Let me post them for you now, and you can follow now. Why not? Or you don't want content? Let's put it now. And week 1. Let me drop. This is the lecture, and let me. Did I save it, guys? Because I have uploaded. So let me save it, and let me drop it for you. It's not a big deal. It's here and done. I'm done. You can see it now. Okay. Anything else? You're welcome. That's it. You have it now. Beam bum, open it. No, it's not got stored in the CPU. It's going to store it in the main memory. When you press enter, you execute it, you can go to the CPU and then it comes back. But it's stored in the main memory. Everything is going to be stored in the memory. The CPU is going to be what? The RAM in this case, yes. Yes, the main memory, the RAM. Okay, let's go back to this, where is it? This one here. So let's say, for example, I have x equal 10. Yes, can understand me. Let's say, for example, y equal 7. Yes. So I can assign, like, this is, we call it a variable, a box, the name of the box, and this is whatever inside it. And when I say, for example, print, let's say x plus y. So we have learned something new here. It's called a print. If you want to communicate with the screen, if you want to print on the screen, you use a built-in function. It's already given for you by Python, and you write print here and whatever you want to print. And look what I'm going to do here. Print, for example, who asked me the last question? Emily. Print Emily. What I have done here, as you can see, I said print Emily and I put it between double quotation or between single quotation. It makes no difference in Python, even though in other languages it makes a lot of difference. So between double quotation, when I press enter here, all what it does, anything between double quotation, I'm going to repeat this, anything between double quotation is going to be printed as it is. So if I say print Emily, it's going to print Emily. If I say print and I delete these two quotation, and I press enter, what do you expect Emily is going to happen? Syntax error, slab. And as you can see, the program name Emily is not defined. I don't know anything about Emily. I'm really sorry. Emily, she's in my class. Emily, I'm really sorry. I don't know anything about her. Okay, wait. Emily equal, let's say, she is in ITI1120 class. Now I have defined a new variable called a new box, a new variable called what? Emily. And I have put inside Emily as this statement. Now when I press enter, it will not complain. I have put Emily inside Emily is a statement. So when I say now print Emily, it's the same thing. You see, I don't want even to write it again. I'm gonna put it here, the cursor here, and press enter. It's gonna be copied. When I press enter, it's gonna be copied, and I'm gonna press enter. Look what happened. It printed what's inside Emily. Now Emily, I know about Emily, and she is in ITI 1120 class. Okay. So now we have learned. The first thing is how to print on the screen. What is the difference between if I print something like without double quotation or single quotation? It means that I'm printing what's inside a variable that I have already declared. Can I say, for example, print X? Can I say print X? Sanad, look before, Sharifi, look before you answer. Yes or no? Excellent, Joshua, excellent. You see, X is what? Is capital. While X here is, so we have learned something new. That Python is a case sensitive, I cannot. So if I press enter now, look what's going to happen. If the program said it's going to complain, I don't know anything about X, I'm really sorry, syntax error, that's what it's going to say. Okay, so what should I do? This one here, and let's say small x, what do you expect now? What's going to happen? Small x, so what's going to happen now? It's going to work, and x is equal to 10. Thank you very much. You see, if you put something right, I will say, I will not be rude, I will not say syntax error, I will not say that it's not defined. I will be very nice, and I will give you the result. So that's how I define a variable, and that's how I print. If I want to print a sentence, something, I put it between quotation. If I want to print what's inside a variable, I put it just the name as it is, and we will learn a lot. So don't worry, if you don't understand this, don't worry. This is just the first, why use print function when you can simply write the variable and enter? Yes, you can do this actually. You can put X and enter, and it's going to be printed, but remember, we're teaching you now a new language, and this is going to work because we're working in something called interactive shell. But when you write a program, you cannot write X alone, and it's going to work. We will see this, but this is a good thing. If I write my program in Vim, that wouldn't work. You can write it and save it as .py, okay, because all this is going to be py, and then you can run it. Yes, you can do this. Where is the slides? Let's go back to the slides, guys. So as you can see, what do I have? I have something called assignment operator. And what does it mean, assignment operator? It means I'm assigning a value to a variable. The name of the, as you can see the color. Can you see the colors, guys? So this color here, this color here, this color here, this color, these are called variables. And these are called operators. And these numbers here are called constants, and these are called reserved words. Okay? So a variable X, variable Y. I want you to start a good habit from now on. Let's go back to this one here. And let me write, for example, y equal 46, and write age equal 46. Which one is more meaningful to you guys? Nothing, Zainab. For now, double quotation and single quotation, Python treats them the same. Okay. So which one is more meaningful to you? Of course, it's going to be age. You know that this number is representing what the age. If I write it like this, is this wrong or right? Is Python is going to complain and give me an error? No, it's not going to do this. Okay, why do I write it like this? Because I usually, and it's a good habit, okay, to choose a meaningful names of variables. If you're going to represent age, put age. If you're going to represent, for example, salary, put salary. If you're going to represent average, put average. Okay, guys? So even though you can write A, B, C, D, whatever, like in math, epsilon equal to delta x divided by integral from 0 to infinity, you can do this. But I don't want to do this. I want to put some meaningful names. Okay, guys? Meaningful names. So x and x, whatever, this is not a good thing. We're going to put some meaningful names. So in Python, you add .py. Whenever you have py, it means this is a Python file. Okay, .py for a Python file. So we have interactive versus script. Interactive, this is the thing that we were doing here. You write something and directly you get the result. And this is good for what? For few lines, 3-4 lines, this is good. But the other thing is we write a script. A script is a sequence of statements. How do we do this? Look, guys, pay attention for 2 minutes. Pay attention. Look, what do we do? File, a new file. And in the new file, I write here the set of instructions. Let's say, for example, the set of instructions are something like this. Let's say age equal, I don't want to complicate things. Let's say name equal, input, oops, input something new. Enter your name. So what does this mean? Remember when we said there is input and output devices? Input, it means you're asking the user to input something. Okay, suppose I ask Andre, and I said, Andre, I want you to bring me a perfume, let's say. And Andre said, yes, no problem at all. Where do you want me to put the perfume? Let's say, put it there, Andre, in that box. So there is a place that Andre needs in order to put what she's gonna bring me. It's the same idea here. What I'm saying here, if we use by charm, does that affect the result of our code? It doesn't affect the result of your code, even though I prefer, I have given you two options actually, collab and this one. But because you're new in programming, guys, I don't want actually some of these like IDLE that is going to help you in what, in auto completion. I want you to write everything, especially that we're not writing a 1,000 line code. We're writing a few lines of codes. So I want you to like type everything. That's the main idea, Joshua. Okay. So now what I'm doing here is I'm saying that go get from a user, ask the user to enter his or her name. When the user enter his or her name, store it inside a variable, and this variable is called name. Is this line clear, what I'm saying here? Even though we're gonna talk about this next lecture a lot, we're gonna do a lot of things, but just a little bit. Is this clear? I know, so when you go to Vim, you will not change. I know this actually, but what we can do, it's I need the TAs will be able to correct your assignment. So don't make their life like you know what do I mean, okay? So what does this line of code means? It means that when I run this code, it's gonna ask me to enter my name. When I enter my name, it's gonna be saved inside a place called name. Let's say, for example, let's say, what I'm gonna do is that after you enter your name, and I'm gonna print your name on the screen. So print name, look at it, name. What does it mean, print name? So print whatever inside name. Okay, what's inside name? It depends on what the user is gonna enter. That's what does it mean. So I'm gonna save it. Let's save it, and let me save it on, let's say, desktop. And let's say, for example, what does it called? Who's here? Donny. Okay, first program is under your name. It means that A+. So let me get rid of this one here, and let me run it. How to run it, guys? Run F5. You see this F5? Run F5. So you open a new file, you like type whatever you want to type here, the code, and then you save it. And as you can see, .py, can you see .py here? And then what do you do after that? You run it. You press F5 or run. When you run, as we have expected, the program first is going to ask you about your name, and that's actually what happened. When I enter here, for example, yay, that's the last actually word that I got in the chat. So the name is yay, and I press enter. What's going to happen is going to print what I have entered. It's going to print what I have entered. So I have entered yay, it's going to print yay. So now I'm going to run it again. And let's say enter your name, and I said Muhammad, and as you can see now it's going to print Muhammad. But this is not enough actually. It's rude because I didn't welcome Muhammad in a good way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, when the user enters his or her name, I'm going to say welcome and then the name. So the word welcome is something that I need to change, or no, it's going to be like a static string that I don't want to change. I want it as it is. Yes, yes. So what do? I put it between double quotation. Do you remember this? So what do I write here? Welcome. What does it mean? It means print on the screen the word welcome. And after that, after you're done that, add to it what's inside name. So as you can see, welcome, and concatenates. This is the word concatenate. So this plus, it means concatenate whatever inside main to welcome. Again, we're gonna do this a lot. So don't worry if you don't understand what I'm talking. This is just like to get warm up. Don't worry at all. So what I'm saying here, I'm asking. So this is an instruction. I'm asking. It's like this. You're like a hostess. You're in a restaurant, in a party, whatever, and you're standing welcoming the people. Okay, what's your name, sir? It's Muhammad. Oh, it's in the list. It's in my list. Welcome, Muhammad. Please, that's your seat, for example. What's your name? My name is Ashley. Welcome, Ashley. That's asking for a name and then saying welcome. Okay, that's your program, your robot like this. Ask the name and then welcome. That's it. So if I run it now, let's run it. Let's run it. If I run it now, as we have expected, what did we expect? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's here. So as we have expected, it's going to ask me for my name. And it's Talal. And as you can see, what's going to happen now? Welcome. This is what? This is the string here that I wanted as it is. That's why I put it between double quotation. And do I want to print name or what's inside name? What do I want to do? I want to print what's inside name. Do I put it between double quotation? Do you know if I put it between double quotation, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Anyone can tell me what's going to happen now? What's going to be the output? Welcome name. This is going to be the output. Look at it. Look how funny it is. If I press F5 now and what's your name? I will say my name is, who's the last one? Gongri? Let's say a welcome name. Oh my God, what happened? Imagine that you have programmed a robot just to welcome people. What's your name? Muhammad. Welcome name. What's your name? Zainab. Welcome name. What's your name? What is this? Okay, so what do? I don't want to print name. I want to print what's inside name, man. So what do? I remove this here, and I will say welcome name. Now, when you enter your name, it's going to be saved inside a place, inside a box called name, and then after that, I'm going to print this one here. Okay, let's go back to our lecture. How many times do we still have, guys? How many times? If we have many names, we will do a lot. It's not only one many. We still have 22 minutes. 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Okay. Let's continue. So like a recipe or installation instruction, we'll have a sequence. We have seen this. We'll have some conditional steps. Okay, and we'll have some repeated steps, and we'll see some conditional like this, for example. Let's go here and let's go here. And let's say, we're gonna ask Sanad about Joseph. I'm gonna ask you about your age. Okay, don't tell me, but let's suppose. So age equal. What is this? Input. Let me write input. Forget about this now. And I'm gonna say enter your age. So you're going to enter your age, and I'm going to say if your age is greater than, let's say, 18, then print you can join us in the party. Let's say something like this. Else, print go to bed. You are still blah 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 blah. 19? Is it 19, guys? I'm 46. I don't care actually. It's up to you. So go to bed. You're still like baby. Okay, guys. So if I run this, I save it and I run it, and hopefully I will not get an error. But we'll see. BIM, enter your age. Till now everything is okay. Till now everything is what? Is okay. So I'm gonna write now a number, and then I will get slapped. So pay attention, it's gonna be here. As this part is gonna be a big slap. I swear they don't check. I would like half of I'm not talking about this thing. Concentrate, this is just an example, guys. Secretary, look at, it's gonna be here, okay guys? It's gonna be here. Let's see. 46. Enter. Oops, I told you guys, I told you. So what happened here? It said that greater than not supported between instances of str and integer. Oops, I got slapped, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this one here, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to run a new shell, and I'm going to give you an example. We're going to correct this, but bear with me a little bit. X equal input, input, and I'm going to say enter a number. What do you expect when I'm going to enter a, when I press enter, it's going to ask me enter a number. That's what does it mean. This is interactive. And let's say I have entered the 12. Let's say I have entered what, guys? 12. And let me now, again, instead of X, I would say Y. And again, enter a number. And let me enter 12. And let's say now I have Z is equal to X plus Y. Enter. So if I want to print what's inside Z now, I want someone to tell me what's inside Z now. What do you think? 12 plus 12, it's obvious. Oh, what is this 1 to 1? 24. So as we have expected, it's going to be what? 24. So if I press enter now, it's going to be 1 2 1 2. Oops. What is this 1 2 1 2? 1 2 1 2. Now I want you to like write a note in front of you. A note in front of you. Whenever you use the built-in function input, the input is going to be of type string. Type X. This function is going to give us the type of X, and as you can see, the type of X is what? Is str, and it's for string. So when I'm talking about a 12, this is not a number. It's like AB. It's like CD. If I say, for example, AB plus CD, what's going to be the answer is A, B, C, D. It's going to concatenate things together. The same idea here. When I say 12, this is a string. Okay, guys? When I put 12 inside, when you put 12 and plus 12, it means that 12 concatenated with 12, because this 12 is not a number, this 12 is a string. So you're putting two strings beside each other. The answer is going to be 12. But I don't want this. I mean, guys, wait. I want to add two numbers. Okay, we can do this for you. But what should I do? Put Z equal and convert this 12 from the type string to a type integer. What? Can I do this? Yes. Okay, what should I do? Like 3, 4, 5 lines? All what you need is 3 characters, int, and do what? And x. And what does this mean? It means that go to x, whatever inside x, convert it to integer, if you can convert it to integer. If it's a number, if it's, for example, hello, it's going to give you an error. But if it's a number, it's going to be converted to integer. Plus, again, convert what's inside y into what? Into integer. And press enter. And now if you print that, what's going to be? You see what's the difference? All what I have done. Yes, don't guys go forward. Just pay attention now. I promise that I'm going to tell you all these things. I will not keep anything for me, okay? So as you can see, what happened now? It's 24. And this is actually much. So here, what happened, if you remember, in the error, it said that I'm comparing a string, age is a string, because I didn't convert it into integer. When I say input, it means it's going to be a string. Whatever the case. Input, it means a string. So I'm comparing a string to a number. I cannot compare to a string a number. What do? I need to convert this into integer. What do? I just put int and I open a bracket and I close it. What does this mean? It means got it from the user, whatever he wants to enter. You got it as integer, you get it as a string, convert it to integer, and then store it inside age. Does this make sense, guys? Is it simple, or it's like rocket science? It makes sense. So I'm getting a string, I'm converting into integer, and then I'm storing it at age. So if I save this one here, we're going to talk about if and else later. Forget about it now, but just to give you an example. So if I run it now, enter the age 46, as you can see what happened. Which one is going to be chosen? The first choice or the second choice? Is this choice true or false? Is it true? The age that I have entered is 46, is greater than 18. Then, as you can see, you can join the party. Let me run it again. You want me to run it again? Let me run it again. And just enter, for example, 14. What do you expect is going to happen? Go to bed. Not you, guys. Guys, not you. This guy is 14. Okay, guys? So what do we have? Let's go back here. We'll have conditional. We'll have repeated statement. And we'll see some repeated statement, for example. A while, for example. While age is, let's say, less than 20. Sorry, less than 20. Print, let's say age, and then do what? Increment age. Age is equal to age plus 1, something like this. Okay, if I run this one here and I run it now, it's going to ask me enter age. Let's say 14. As you can see, what's going to happen? It's going to come here. We will learn all these things, guys. Don't worry. We'll learn it. I'm just giving you an example. So we'll learn all these things. So what he's talking about, if this, what is else, how to write it, what is while loop, and what age, I don't understand. Don't worry. We're going to take like each one of these is going to be topic, and we're going to talk about it a lot. So don't worry. But just an example. I'm asking you to enter an age, and that's what you have done. You entered 14. Is 14 less than 20? Yes, 14 less than 20. I have been awake for 17 hours. Maybe I really should go to bed. But you're not 14. If you've been awake for 14 hours, I will send you to the bed. Okay? So is age less than 20? Yes. So what do? Print what's inside age and then increment age. And then go again and do it. This is what we call repeated. It's going to be repeated again and again till this condition become what? Become false. We're going to talk about this and see this. I will let you go in a minute. That's actually an example. As you can see, I have assigned x to be equal to, and then print x, and then increment x to be by 2, and then print x. So the output is going to be The first parent is going to be 4, 2 is the second parent is going to be 4. Oh my God, someone gives the other one some time. Okay, so balance, guys, the sleeping time. So when a program is running, it flows from one step to the next. As a programmer, we set a path from the for the program to flow. So this is a path. How do people sleep that much? Is this a programming course or a psychology course? So let's actually Google how do people sleep that much. Oh my God, guys, stop it. Okay, stop it. No more chatting. I'm depressed too. Why? You cannot see I'm depressed? No? Okay. You're funny, guys. Guys, focus. Thank you very much. So this is what a path, as you can see, x equal 5. Is x less than 10? If yes, then print smaller. If no, then is x is greater than 20? If yes, then print bigger. If no, then print finite, and so on. So we're going to see this later. And the same idea, as you can see, the output here is going to be, since x is equal to 5, it means that it's less than 10. So this is going to be the output. And this one is not going to be executed. And by all means, this one is going to be executed because it's not part of an if. We have also a while loop. I'm going to talk about this later. Leave it now. I can see that some of you, they have lost focus. As this is how to install Python. And do we have still time? Let's go here and let me ask you a question. So write a program now that asks the user to enter the rate per hour and the number of hours, and then prints the salary. Sample run, for example, sample run. Let's say, what do we have? Enter rate per hour, and let's say the user has entered 10. 10 is let's say 100, and then enter number of hours, and let's say 12. Then the program will print your salary is is this multiplied by this 1200, for example. Can anyone give me like how to write this program? Send it to me as a private message, guys, if you can. In 2 minutes exactly before I let you go. Can anyone think logically how to do this? So let's see if you understand the logic. If you cannot solve a program using a pen, a pencil and a paper, this means that you will not be able to write the program on the computer. So first of all, you need to ask, remember Safian, remember, we don't want to like catch this habit X and Y and Z. Okay, we want to put a meaningful names for the variables. But the first one is correct. The first one is correct. Okay, guys. So what do I have? I need to ask the user to enter for 2 things. The first thing is the rate per hour. When the user enters the rate per hour, I need to ask her or him again to enter the number of hours. When the user enters the number of hours, I need to calculate the salary. How to calculate the salary? We know that the salary is equal to what? Is equal to the rate multiplied by the number of hours. And then after that, I'm going to print the salary. Do you remember this? So how to write such program? I want all of you to try. We're still at the beginning. I want you, all of you, to try. So how to ask the user to enter the rate per hour? What do? I name it, for example, rate. If I want to call it rate per hour, I would say rate per hour. So we're going to use I cannot put a space between them, guys. I cannot do something like this. It's going to give me an error. I cannot do something like this. I should connect them like this. And in Python, we use underscore if we want to separate, like in the name of the variable, if we have more than one word, we separate them by underscore. So equal, remember, rate per hour, let's say it's integer. So what do I say? Integer and input. And what do I write here? Sorry, integer and input. And what do I write here? Enter rate per hour. So when this line is going to be executed, what's going to happen? So I'm going to save it and I'm going to run it. When I run it, what do you expect is going to happen? Let me get rid of all this. So let me, wait guys, wait. Let me get rid of all this. So I'm going to run one clean one for you. So let me run it. When I run it, what do you expect is going to happen? Just as we have expected. It's going to ask us to enter the rate, and this rate is going to be stored inside rate per hour. Clear? Okay. So let me get rid of this now. And the next thing that I want to ask is not the rate per hour. I want to ask now for what? For number of hours. So I'm going to say number of hours. So enter number of hours. And again, it's going to ask me for a number of hours. Now, all what I want from you, even though you can write your salary is rate multiplied by hour, or you can write all these things. You can also use, yes, camel case actually is a Java thing. In Python, we use the C thing and C++, which is underscore. You can use the camel case for sure, Joseph. It's a Java thing. If you're coming from Java, most probably you're going to do this. So here I got, in the first box, I got the rate per hour. In the second box, I get the number of hours. How to calculate the salary? If I tell you, for example, in this box, I have the number of hours and it's 10. In this box, I have the rate per hour, it's 5. How much I'm going to get salary? You would say just multiply these two things together. So the salary is going to be equal to just this one, multiply it. All what you need to do is to multiply it, but whatever inside this one. Insights. That's why I don't put double quotation or single quotation or anything. When you're done, print the salary. That's all what you need. Print the salary. All what you need. So look, Control S. Okay, class time is up. Run it, guys. And it's going to ask you, let's say 12, 45, and your salary is going to be like this. See you next time. Join before 5 minutes of the class. I will open usually the Zoom before 10 minutes. So try to join before 5 minutes. If you have any questions, you can send me emails. Next week, hopefully you will have the first lab. Bye, guys. Bye. We'll have a lot of fun. Bye, guys. Can you see the, of course you can see the code again. This is the code. Yes, you can ask me a question now if you want. If you want to open the speaker, open your speaker and you can ask me, no problem now. And if you want to write it here, no problem also. Do we need this underline? No, we don't need it. You can put something like this. For example, you can delete all this and you put, for example, rate per hour, something like that. You can name it X, you can name it Y. But this is what we do in Python. Will we get instructions when we do on our own? Yes, you will get instructions for sure, Sarah. Any other questions? Sorry, wait, someone has asked me a question. Let me go to my chat here, it's better. What is my chat here? Let me check. Can I ask you a question now? With the instruction, can we, so we cannot add space? No, we cannot add space between variables. Thank you. I want to print the salary plus salary. It gives you an error. Of course, it's going to give you an error because you need to do something like this. So I'm going to copy your print, and I will give you a hint how to do this. So this is your this is what you have written. Can you see it? This is what you have. I'm going to delete mine. And all what you need to do is remember salary now is an integer. I cannot concatenate. I cannot put together an integer with what? With a string. This is a string and this is integer. So I should do what? I should do the reverse. I should convert this into a string. And now if I save it and I run it, it's going to work. Enter the number of hours. Let's say 12, whatever. What? Oh yeah, this is another error. This one here, I changed this one. So it's the number of hours. So I should change it back again to the number of hours. And now if I run it again, it should work. Okay, 12, whatever. And the salary is blah, blah, blah. Any other questions? Okay, guys, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. See you next time.